Hi guys. Welcome to This May or May Not Be a Podcast. Hazel, have you been practicing in front of mirror without me? I don't understand.
I was told
because we had our talk on flexibility last
I
week.
know.
I see improvement too. I'm very proud of you. Thank you so much. Anywho, back to self-worth, guys. So, me, I recently almost messed up at a work thing. It was something to do with invitations that I thought I'd sent that I didn't send, that I would have ended up in a meeting with like 50 people with nobody there. But we caught it in time. Everything was fine. Now, let me tell you something. I've been at my job. You know, it's no longer a new role. Everything is going so well. I love my colleagues, love my managers, love my managers' managers. Everyone is amazing. I love them all. And
that's even a rare trait.
It is. But rare. I'm sorry. In my whole 20 years on the workforce, I've only had 2 managers that I detested. And I'm just saying, maybe if you're a nice, kind person with good intentions, you attract the same kind of people. Because I've had really good managers.
It's what you make out of it. It's what you make. Yes. I actually love the people I work with as well.
So, anywho, back to my spotlight.
Sorry, was I taking the spotlight?
A little bit, but no worries. I'll get it. I'll grab it back. Don't worry. Anyway, so I realized after that, I've just finished hailing and hyping all of my team, right? Okay, now the reason I'm telling you how amazing they are is because I always feel seen, heard, and validated.
Like heard, and validated.
So they'll send me something like, "Oh my God, this is doing so well. Well done, Betty. Oh, Betty, thank you so much for what you did, stepping in like that, Amazing. Like, I feel so validated and appreciated at work, right? Shut up, nobody cares. Anyway, that day that I almost messed up, caught it in time, so nothing really messed up, my brain went mental on me. You fucking loser. So the minute that happened, like a few hours later, everything has gone well. My brain just started attacking me out of nowhere. I was just sitting there. And then there was like another voice in my head that was going, wait. This one that was almost a fuck up. First of all, almost doesn't count, right? Second of all, so every like one little mess up, we've been pushing so hard. We've achieved promotions. We've achieved all these things.
But one
and suddenly you're a loser. And then I was having this whole battle with myself because I started feeling like I don't appreciate myself enough. And yeah, so I realized that the negative self-talk was there. But what I do when I have moments like this is I start writing down. I actually have a document where every time I do something that I consider as above and beyond in whatever situation,
you write it down?
I write it down.
I see.
I write it down because I realize when I have friends, when I do things for them, I don't remember it. When they do things for me, I remember it. And because of this, I started writing things down that I think is above and beyond to give myself my internal validation. Because that's something I'm proud that I did. The friend doesn't know, nobody needs to know. This is my private thing.
Yourself, yeah.
So that's how I feel validated. And then doing stuff that I've crossed off my tasks and doing stuff at a certain quality gives me my internal validation as well. So at the end of the day, yes, we all struggle with self-worth issues.
Some more than others.
Some more than others, but it's about catching yourself in time. And you know the funny thing is, everyone is worthless until you assign worth to them. Like you and I'm worthless to you, you're worthless to me. But then we met each other and we decided, okay, you're worthwhile to me, you're worthy to me, and then we move in life like that. So every time you feel a little demotivated or not valued, or maybe you don't feel like you're achieving what you're supposed to achieve, remember, nobody has worth until we assign that worth to them. So it's about you assigning a sense of worth to yourself, and you can only assign that by doing things. You cannot assign yourself a sense of self-worth by lying on the sofa manifesting self-worth. You have to stand up and do things. And that's how to get internally validated. Externally is easy. Throw a couple of pics on social media, go and beat your chest and shout about your achievements. But if you're brought up to be slightly humble, it's very difficult to sell yourself when you need to. Me, I no longer have a problem with that. I've trained myself to be so delusional that almost I'm just there in my own bubble. Anyway, what about you?
I was just about to drink some.
No, you must talk to today.
No, so I went through a phase this week as well where I literally felt like I was worthless. Everything that I've masked for so many years in my life just came back to the surface, and I felt crap. I felt crap. I struggle in situations that are where there's pressure and my mind just goes all over the place. I would say, I think I've told you several times, I feel like I'm undiagnosed dyslexic, and everything just muddles up. And I felt I made a fool out of myself in front of people. That's always the worst thing. And you look at people and you think, oh my gosh, they must be thinking, who is this idiot in front of us, right? But the crazy thing is, I need to tell myself is that what I need to tell is that okay, they may have thought that maybe, but they're more concerned about themselves.
And who cares what they think?
They're
Do
more
they
concerned.
pay your bills?
No.
Do they improve your health? Do they increase the amount of love in your life? Do they make your life better in any way? Granted, they're colleagues, but again, why does their opinion matter? The main opinion that should matter is yours, babe.
I know, but you go around and you want people to some extent, you want that, not validations. I mean, you should get the validation from within, but you do at some point want it from others as well. And when you feel like you've just messed up, you just think, oh, just gone back to zero, to ground zero.
No, I understand what you're saying.
You feel,
I just don't think that's how we should think. I think we should really, really focus on how we feel and being true to ourselves. Honestly, babe, a lot of times when we think we've messed up, other people don't even notice it. But we build it up in our head.
Exactly, because then after I
have like an arrogant and a very humble opinion that helps me out of situations like this. The first thing I say is, I'm amazing. I got here based off of all the things that I've done, actions and accomplishments that I've had till now. That's how I got here. And then the humble, that's very arrogant, right? The humble part is I'll be like, nobody cares about you, Betty.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Everyone's life is so busy. You are minuscule in people's lives. Don't sit down and
you think that everybody is, after that, whatever happened, they're still talking about what you did. Nobody is. They're all worrying about themselves.
Exactly.
They're all worrying about themselves. Exactly. And also, I saw other people mess up, and I was lenient.
And maybe those people didn't even know they messed up.
Yes, maybe.
Because sometimes we put these pressures on ourselves that nobody else put. I mean, look at like when I told you about these self-worth issues and the way I was like, you fucking loser, Betty. Like the whole imposter syndrome slapped me out of my beautiful, delusional, handmade heaven. And you were like, I've never seen somebody put as much pressure on themselves as you do. And it's because I think we don't meet enough people that parent themselves. We need to parent ourselves. Overeating is because your parents are not there to tell you, but that's enough. You're not even hungry anymore. You're eating out of, what's that thing called? Like sloth, right? The one that just eats in excess. You know what I mean, right?
Okay, yes.
So basically, your parent is not there saying, calm down. Do you understand? Or when you don't go to bed on time, your parent isn't there going, oh, there's a bedtime. You need to parent yourself. You need to make your own rules for yourself. When you achieve said rules and follow them, you get a sense of validation because you're keeping your word to yourself. And that's how you build little by little, because you start depending on yourself and realizing that you're reliable as a human being.
So the moral of the story is, when you get those dips in life, I think one of them is, don't worry about what other people think, because they're too busy worried about their own lives. Secondly is, how do you stop the inner chatter? You praise it. You
acknowledge it. Look at it dead in the, like, look at it directly.
Yeah, and you feed it with positive words.
Yes.
And as you said, sometimes you've written down when you overachieve, you've written it down. So when you're actually feeling low, you can go back to that list
and remind yourself of the good things you've done. But then there's another thing. You need to sit down with yourself, maybe in meditation, and just reflect. Why do you need that?
Need what? The validation from others?
Validation from others.
Because it makes you feel good. No? that's generally that's the common answer, right? It makes you feel good.
I guess, but I think that if we could get into the mindset of like what I'm trying to promote is that you need to be intrinsically validated, and all your validation needs to come from
within.
inside.
Yeah, that is.
And then
yeah.
that validation that you get from other people, from colleagues, from friends, from family, from lovers,
just adds
from
on
work,
to that.
that's an extra bonus. Because if you sit down and lean on validation from others, human beings are fickle. Human beings are not that reliable. Today, this person has a bad mood. They can say something snarky to you
based on them,
and based on what they're projecting on how they're feeling. And then it'll ruin your day because you've come out that day seeking that external validation. But if you're already internally validated, somebody says something snarky to you, you're like,
and it just
uncle. Just carry your criticism. Me, I'm very happy. I'm off to the other corner. Well, nobody cares about them. You are the most important person in your life. Remember
the main
this.
character in your
Main
life.
character. Guys, listen to this analogy. This is how I survive. I thrive. Is that 12 minutes?
It's 12 minutes of talking.
We'll come back with our analogy of life. Please wait. Off it.